Welcome to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, where we talk manhood, tell stories, and discuss the stuff that matters to us one sip at a time. Hello, Kevin.
What's going on, Matt?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing too exciting. We were just talking about my new baby. Days away. Well, 2 weeks. June 14th is the expected, what do they call it? Is that like a predicted date?
The due date?
Due date? They just do like the math, like, oh, okay, so you found out you were pregnant this day. When was your last period? And June 14th. So, but I predicted he become 2 weeks early, I think. And I might be right. We'll see. June 1st is Monday, the day everybody's listening to this. So we'll see what happens over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on? How's your training going for your top secret adventure?
Going good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Staying consistent?
Very much so.
Disciplined?
Now I can't stand not doing it.
Yeah?
I'm at that point.
Okay.
Where I'm driving myself crazy if I miss a day or if I'm delayed or I have to cut it short.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
I have the urge. I want to hit some kind of workout or activity. Actually, all the time. Like even during the day, if I'm not working out, I need to be. I feel like I gotta get up and start walking. I gotta get up and do 10 push-ups and sit back down or something.
Yeah,
It's
I heard
crazy.
Somebody, it was a podcast. I think it was Dr. Rhonda Patrick talking about, strength, like to maintain strength or just to get stronger. Like every 45 minutes, do 10 reps of something, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 whatever. Pull-ups, if that's your thing. My shoulders would be destroyed, but every 45 minutes. I used to do, like when I was in the Army, I was trying to get better at my pull-ups. So, there's pull-up bars everywhere, all over in military installation. Anytime I walked by a pull-up bar, I would go and just knock out 10. And then that added up to like 150 pull-ups a day or something crazy. But every 45 minutes, if you're sitting at your desk, you just stand up and knock out 10 squats. By the end of the day, you work an 8-hour day. That's well over 100. I'm not a math whiz, but what, that'd be 8. Yeah, probably be about 100, right? On an 8-hour day. 100 squats a day, that'll do you good. That'll get you strong.
Yeah, I'm not a gym rat.
No, me neither.
Never was. And all I have to do is 30 to 45 minutes tops, other than either walking, hiking, or biking, which will always be more than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All my workouts are 30 minutes to 45 tops. And I could stand up probably to anybody who looks like they just want to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, you might look good. That's about as far as it's going to go.
Yeah. I am health focused. That's like, okay, it would be cool to be strong, but I'm plenty strong. I'm more of like, I'm more focused on visceral fat elimination, like minimize visceral fat, which is the fat that's inside around your organs. Watching my blood pressure, my resting heart rate, joint pain, like doing stuff that is going to help with stabilize my joints. Just old man stuff.
And I'm not monitoring any of, no, everything you're describing is the monitoring is young man stuff.
Is it?
Yes. I don't monitor anything other than how far did I do my walk and did I meet my time requirement on the workout. I don't track calories. I don't track weight. I don't track, progress on my workouts. None of that.
You do check your weight. You just told me you've been 207.
Well, yeah. Right. But what I'm saying is I'm not sitting there every single day going, oh, I need to measure my body fat content or...
Well, I do it once a week.
What's my water hole on my gut kind of deal. I'm not doing that. I'm not measuring anything.
Yeah. I take a more scientific approach to it, which I feel like is a more mature approach. When I was younger, I was like, how fast can I do Fran, this CrossFit workout? How much weight can I deadlift? How much can I bench press or squat? How fast can I run a 2 mile? I don't care about that stuff now.
Well, you could say it's mature, but why am I being scientific about a workout when my goal is to just be strong and healthy?
Well, I think for me, it helps me stay focused and know that I'm not only working out correctly for my body, my injuries that I have, but also I'm not sabotaging my effort with crap food or not drinking enough water
Well, that's just a
or
clean
not getting
diet.
enough sleep. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm not tracking macros.
Well, why not?
Well, I don't need to. I just need to eat a clean diet.
Maybe you'd be a little healthier if you did.
I don't know about that.
No? Well,
No.
to
But-
each their own. I know it helps me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just different ways of doing it because how do you define health? I'm not on any prescription medication.
Yeah.
I don't have to take anything odd. I don't have to have 2 days of rest after a hard workout.
Mm-hmm.
I
think what I do is I want to make sure I'm not pushing myself too hard because I have a tendency to go too hard to where I'm like sabotaging the next 4 days, 5 days where, oh man, I'm just too sore. I can't, like my shoulders hurt, my back is sore now and I got to rest.
Well, that's a little bit of my point is if your goal is to be strong and healthy, then you're not out there to be the next Mr. Universe.
No.
Or try to accomplish Fran or do the Murph that was everybody doing this past weekend. I just know that I don't need to do the fastest or the strongest. I just need to outlast you.
Well, I'm in the mindset where I just want to have a good quality of life. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I know what I'm capable of, but I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I think that's kind of what you're saying. Like, we're not trying to prove ourselves to anything. We're not trying to compare ourselves to anybody else. I have a certain needs and goals and like injuries, and I have young children now, so I have to be able to bend down and pick my kid up off the ground.
Yeah, for me, quality of life is not having to take my time to track all the things that you're tracking.
Well, I guess it's kind of like a hobby for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
Your way's not wrong. My way's not wrong.
Right.
We just do it differently.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to be careful. I have to like govern my intensity on a lot of things when even tracking my macros. So that's another growth point for me is to cut myself some slack every once in a while. Like today, I only walked 7,343 steps today, and it is 5:17 p.m. And usually by now I have 13,000.
You have 400 more than me today.
Yeah, but today's podcast recording, it's okay. I'll make it. I'll just wake up tomorrow and start again, and I'm gonna hit 14,000 tomorrow, and it's fine.
I might stop and walk 3,000 steps on my way home.
I was thinking about it.
Just drop off into a park and walk off the bourbon that I'm drinking right now.
Yeah. What did you bring today? And then we'll get back on topic.
Well, what did I bring? I brought this bottle of stuff called Clyde Mays 110 proof.
I wouldn't call this bourbon, right? Do they call it bourbon?
No, it's Alabama style whiskey.
Yeah. Okay.
It is the official state alcohol for the state of Alabama.
It just hit me what this tastes like.
Well, just hang on a second. 110 proof, and it is also known as their special reserve because typically their whiskeys are around 80 to 85 proof. And this one here is actually not on their website at the moment. And I think I had this on the shelf since 2019. It's my guess, based on where it was and all that other good stuff. But I'll get the technicals out of the way, and then we can talk about it a little bit. It is a blend of 6 and 7 year Alabama whiskeys, bourbon whiskeys. So, age statement, you always got to go with the youngest of the mix. So it's 6 years old. It is 53% corn, 30% rye. So it is high rye, and 15% malted barley. Interesting thing about Clyde Mays is Clyde May, was someone who, I guess, started his own still or something back in around 1946.
Oops.
Was making his own moonshine, and the Clyde Mays did not even become legal until 2001. He had since passed away. Before then, it was a son who took over and tried to make it a legit business back in the 90s and got it legal in '01. And then there was some other kind of corruption or something that took place, and they had to shut down for 3 or 4 years, and they since reopened, bought out by the distillery that's listed on the Conica Ridge, which I believe is out of Texas, I think.
Okay.
But his grandson is the ambassador for Clyde Mays today. So at one time, kind of classified as a moonshine. I'm not sure it looked like this as a moonshine, but it could have. And as far as Alabama whiskey, is there a requirement to be called an Alabama whiskey? Because every state's got something. Not really. 51% corn, new charred oak barrel, those kinds of things, the usuals. The only thing that's different that sets Alabama whiskeys apart, but it is not a legal statement, I guess, is that you can flavor it.
Oh.
So you can insert different things in it to get the flavor you want out of it. I will reserve what I'm about to tell you until after we discuss our notes here.
Yeah. So, smelling it, for me, I wrote fruity, peaches,
Okay.
herbs. When I first tasted it, I wrote down Robitussin, cough syrup.
Okay.
Sweet. It's very, very sweet to me with some black licorice in there. And the finish is a little tannic, so my mouth was a little watery. Kind of burned my gums, which is weird.
That's different. You got a cut there or something?
No, I did just floss after I ate, so that might be it. And kind of the full tongue covered. And then in parentheses down below here, I wrote Southern Comfort, which is what it tastes like to me, Southern Comfort.
All right. Well, I'm going to challenge you a little bit. Maybe take another good whiff out of the glass, or maybe right out of the bottle. For me, it was straight up apples. And to the point of...
Maybe like apple cider.
To the point of apple Jolly Ranchers. That kind of sweetness.
I could see that. Yeah. It is candy sweet, that's for sure.
A little bit of brown sugar. For the palate, warm apple pie. That's all I have for the palate is warm apple pie.
I don't get that, but...
And then on the finish, for me, it was only at the back of the tongue, cinnamon and applesauce.
You could definitely get the cinnamon. The cinnamon was more like, what's that crap, that cinnamon liquor? Fireball whiskey.
Oh.
That's the kind of cinnamon I taste.
Okay.
Like Red Hots.
And then applesauce.
Have you ever had Southern Comfort whiskey?
No.
Yeah, it's unique.
So why do I mention apples? And maybe it's because I'm a little biased because I had a little bit of background on it.
Do they flavor their barrels with apples?
They lined them with apples.
Lined them? With their green apples?
Or it
did
doesn't
they
say.
How do you line a barrel with apples?
Baked apples.
Really?
Yes, in the barrels.
That's why it's so sweet. But yeah, I could definitely get like an apple cider aroma.
And that's what gives it the Alabama whiskey distinction.
So it's almost a brandy.
Bingo. Yes.
Huh.
Brandy-like.
That gives it the sweetness. It's very sweet.
Yep.
It does coat your mouth a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't linger much for me.
I don't think I could drink
No.
I couldn't drink this all night.
This would make me sick.
Yeah.
Maybe a bowl of ice cream with this.
Yeah.
Pour-
A flambe. Something like that.
Pour it
What do
on
they call
top of it or something.
Yeah. They did a good job on the label and the bottle and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's old school.
It says Alabama raised on the glass. That's pretty neat. I had my top barbecue experience ever. Even though I'm a homer and I love St. Louis barbecue, Birmingham, Alabama, I had some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
Was it a sweet barbecue?
They use like white sauce on the chicken. It's like a white sauce, but just smoked like ribs and pulled pork, and they have this thing called hot gut. It's a sausage they make. It's really good, man. Like a spicy sausage. Very good.
They're using apples
I don't know if they
in their
use apples.
sauces.
Probably fed the pigs apples before they slaughtered them.
When it comes to the flavor wheel, this is the first one out of all 79 bourbons we've had plus bourbon whiskeys. This is the first time I ever popped all the way out to the edge of our circle. Number 5 on sweetness.
Oh, yep. See, I hit 4 on sweetness, but I was almost going to go 5. But I've noticed, I looked back through our old book and this one, my diagrams are getting tighter. So less extreme on the flavors, which it would be very interesting to go back and retaste some of the stuff that we've had before without looking at the book to see how I...
Just redo it.
Yeah, redo it and see and compare the two to see if my palate's maturing or changing at all. 110 proof. What about the color? Where did you put the color at on this?
Well, before I say it, we mention color every single week.
Mm-hmm.
And we're using a book. And in our book, we have a specific color meter that we're following.
Yeah.
And there's so many people who say different colors.
Yeah. You can say strawberry blonde.
Right. So I want to mention real quick how ours are rated. So if you go from top to bottom, let's go bottom top. The bottom, the low end is clear. That'd be like vodka, tequila.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High rum.
Yep.
High proof rum. Then the next up is straw, then honey, then gold.
And we had a straw. That was the Irish whiskey
Yes.
that we tried. Yeah.
And after gold, we have amber, caramel, and mahogany. I've never hit anything up to mahogany level.
No.
Right here, I'm putting this one at the amber level.
Yeah, I was right below amber.
So
I think
it's more than halfway up, but right there at amber.
The Bookers were pretty high on the chart. I think 2502 and 2504. The last Bookers we tasted was pretty dark. Almost up there. Dark caramel on that one. So yeah, that's the scale we use. And tune in, keep listening. We'll give our rating 0 to 5 star rating. We'll give that at the end of the show. So back to our fitness talk. This is just two guys sitting here talking about our philosophy of what we do for ourselves. Imagine if we had a room full of like 20 guys, various ages. You would probably hear 20 different things on what they do. Like, oh, I use rubber bands only, resistance bands, or I use free weights and barbells only. I only use kettlebells. And there's so much information out there. The thing is, and I mentioned the other day, I was like, I'm sitting in my gym / spare bedroom down here, and I was like, this looks like a rehab facility. I have resistance bands, a pull-up bar, an adjustable bench, some light dumbbells, some kettlebells I got from 10 to up to 45 pounds. I have Indian clubs, foam rolling things, stuff for mobility and stretching, and all sorts of weird stuff in there that I found works for me. And that has been, I mean, I've been seriously working out since I was 18, since I joined it. Well, even before then, when I was playing competitive sports in high school, working out. But that was like, I was an idiot back then. I was an idiot the Army. I think that a lot of the injuries that people get from military service is because you have idiots making you do push-ups on the pavement or do sit-ups on the pavement, or like we got this exercise in the Army called front back go, and it's like you're doing it on gravel. We were literally doing front back go workout on gravel
in boot camp.
Well, I did it in airborne school. They did it to us, smoked us in airborne school. I'm 30 years old. It's stupid. Like, you're gonna hurt people, and okay, you'll get a little tougher, but there's no real benefit. Like, so I went to a Ranger battalion and I saw how they worked out. They had like a legit strength and conditioning coach that worked at the battalion, and they had a nutritionist. These guys are all super fit. And I was like, man, what the heck? Why are we over here running 10 miles every single day? And then we don't even like warm up. We just face to the right and go, and we start running. It's crazy. So over time, I've evolved, and I went in like, okay, CrossFit is good. These guys are super jacked and fit, so I'm going to go do CrossFit. Then I kind of got into powerlifting, bench, squat, deadlift, and then I put on muscle mass, but I could only do that for so long. Then my injuries caught up to me.
What's the thing that you go bouncing off of walls and flipping over things?
Parkour?
Yeah, I was even doing parkour for a little bit when I was all into CrossFit.
Man.
I wasn't going crazy parkour like you saw in Casino Royale, but did a little.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing jiu-jitsu, I was doing some Muay Thai kickboxing and doing CrossFit, and the thing I wasn't doing was taking care of my recovery and trying to rest, which was actually super duper important.
My maturity over the years has found that if I am mimicking life circumstances, then I am on track.
Yeah.
So, when you see people flipping tires is actually a good workout, because there are times where you're going to have to bend over, pick up something heavy, and you might have to push it up. You're going to help somebody get up over a wall or something like that. That's
the technique is important, how you do it.
Right.
Yeah. But let's talk about like when you pick up a tire, you're getting just your fingers under there, right? And you have to have the strength in your hands and your wrists and your forearms, and to be able to do that initial lift.
Well, in your thighs and your butt and your lower back.
Well, you need to be able to squat down that low.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because in order to stand up, that's what you're doing, is you're using your lower body to push up.
The mobility and
your hands
flexibility.
are just holding it in place to get it just high enough to where you can flip your hands over so you can push.
But just to have the flexibility to squat down. We called it the kimchi squat when in Korea, right? Where you go to the bus stop and you'd see a 70-year-old lady with her feet flat on the ground, can drop her butt, just sit straight down, and it's like a sitting position, but with their feet on the ground. And I can still do that today, which is one of my, if I start struggling with it, I'm like, ooh, I got to do some mobility. I got to do some stretching and get up to it.
It is a natural resting position.
It does feel good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And once you figure it out, it's like, whoa, it's not bad. But now, today, it's about maintaining what I have now and improving my cardiovascular fitness a little bit, improving my flexibility, and strengthening my muscles that will protect my back, my shoulders, my knees, my hips, and be able to like take a bump and not be injured.
Right.
If I fell down the stairs, am I going to be in the hospital for 6 months, or will I be able to just get up and be a little sore?
Do I need to go out and run 3 to 5 miles every other day?
No.
But I should be able to run a half mile.
Sprint, or do a sprint.
A half mile.
Yeah.
Because that's traditionally, statistically, that's getting you out of a danger zone.
Yeah.
How quickly can you evacuate from a danger zone? And really, max distance is really about a half mile. That's all the farther you got to get. So if I can run a half mile to get out of danger, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point in my life, at 47, I'll be 47 next month. I'm not trying to win any trophies. I'm not going to go do Murph. I don't care what day it is of the year. I'm not going to be doing pull-ups with a weighted vest on. The benefit is not worth the cost for me.
Right.
But it might be for somebody else. You never know. I'm always looking, if a dude my age is knocking out pull-ups with a weighted vest on, I'm like, dude, you must have had a really soft life to be able to do that still.
Can I carry the trash? Can I carry the groceries?
Push a lawnmower.
Right. Can I help somebody, I don't know, carry a dresser because they're moving?
Or, I mean, dude, like do CPR for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
That will wear you out quick.
That's tough. So
muscle failure.
You never know. You might be in a situation where you have to pull somebody out of a car. Mm-hmm. That's extremely difficult. And so, be prepared. That's kind of the moral of that story.
Can I get up and down the steps?
Up and down the steps, yeah, man. There was a point in time in my life before I moved here, I'd get winded going up a flight of steps.
Definitely.
And I was like, oh no, this is not good. And I went and got my blood work done. I was like, something's wrong. There must be something wrong with me. And the doctor was like, yeah, you're fat. You're pre-diabetic, pre-hypertension. Like, you need to do something about this. That was a very big eye-opening moment for me.
Can I lay flat on my back on the floor, not use my hands at all, not even my elbows, just my body? Can I get up off the floor?
Yeah.
Guess what? No. And I found out why. So when I had a therapy session yesterday, so I realized a different area I need to focus on so I can get up off the ground without having to use my arms in any way. Focusing on the lower abs, which I thought I was, but again, like you said, form and function. Yeah. I didn't have the right form where I thought I was doing the lower ab work, and really I wasn't.
Yeah.
It helps to have a partner sometimes.
Yeah, somebody checking your form. That's a good thing.
And knows what the form looks like.
Yeah, who knows proper, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one too. You're like, yeah, just jerk hard. Just pull harder, dude. You'll be getting it up there. Like, that's not right. No.
Do I practice my breathing?
That's a good one, yeah.
Because you can take a deep breath and expand your chest, but there's also such a thing as taking a deeper breath and expanding your gut. Mm-hmm. So you're going, because you're expanding your chest on a deep breath, your oxygen is not getting to the lower part of your lungs, which is where all the little cilia are. Mostly it absorbs the most oxygen. Mm-hmm. So in order to do that, you need to be able to suck in a deeper breath, but expand the lower part by expanding your gut, not your chest, to force the oxygen farther down where it can absorb the most.
Yeah, that's a relaxation and calming technique as well, belly breathing. And they call it like breathing through your belly button. And, there's box breathe. There's all these different techniques. 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. There's all these different techniques you can use, but the belly breathing technique is good. I use, when I'm walking, I want to breathe through my nose only. That's how I check my pace, kind of, like I'm not overdoing it or underdoing it. If I can keep my mouth closed and just breathe through my nose or carry on a conversation, I know I'm in like a zone 2 heart rate range. So that's...
Yeah, speaking of, occasionally my son will call from Japan while he's running just to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Because he's training himself to be able to talk while he's running.
Oh, okay.
So,
I remember those days, like calling cadence while we're running, and you'd see some drill sergeants get up there, and they're good for about 30 seconds, and they're like, "All right, man, somebody else got it." It's tough, man, to like really like squeeze your diaphragm and project your voice to call cadence while you're running. It's actually pretty tough, even though you're running at probably a slower pace, but
you have to train your body to get into a rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that when I was running in the Army. We did 10-mile races actually, but at my steps, I would like every 4 steps was a breath in, every 4 steps was a breath out, and the way to like keep that pace with my breathing, so I wasn't just chugging air. But yeah, my running days are. I'm not going to say they're behind me. I would like to be able to run again. I ran the other day when we were on our walk. I had to go to the bathroom, and I like ran around the track. When I first took off, like the first 100 feet or so, I could swear I forgot how to run. I was like, what is this? What am I doing? Like I just felt like I hadn't ran since I left the Army in 2011.
Your hands are flapping.
Yeah, I was like, wait, left hand forward with my right foot. And I was like, this feels so weird to me. I haven't ran for so long. But I'm finally getting in shape where I'm like, oh, I could run if I wanted to. So I would like to be able to do some like shuttle sprints. That's what I want to be able to do. Not long distance running. That's not my thing anymore. So yeah, old man fitness, young man fitness, whatever. It's just fitness, man. And you got to do what's right for you. You got to figure it out. What do you think? You just took another sniff.
I did. Man.
It's kind of gross.
Now that it's sitting out.
You getting like some syrup or something? Like a maple syrup or simple syrup or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's your Robitussin that I'm smelling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on a second glass of this. Second tasting.
Yeah, it's true. It's when it comes classic bourbon. Still, I just go back.
Yeah.
Things like this help me realize and help me justify being known as a bourbon snob.
Right. Yeah. Like, I think a bottle of Jim Beam would beat this all day. Like I just think that's just my opinion.
Well, why'd you say Jim Beam? Why didn't you say Southern Comfort?
Southern Comfort tastes exactly the same as this.
Oh, okay.
It's sweet and it's like, ugh, what is it?
I gotcha.
Tastes like cough syrup. What else you got, Kevin? Anything else?
I got an example of why we shouldn't pay attention to AI and how stupid it can be.
The actual AI or the hype around AI?
I don't know. Maybe it's both.
Or the fear of AI?
I read an article this morning.
Keep going.
Oh, I read an article this morning. Out in Washington, there was a paper mill tank rupture, and that's not so bad. Well, it is bad because I believe 11 people died, were known for it. But the article itself was written by or published by the Associated Press. There's no specific author. Okay, so just those 2 clues alone tells me that it's probably an AI generated article. Then when I read the article itself, I realized it really is AI stupidity or someone with a lack of journalistic knowledge.
So it was just authored by the Associated Press, not any specific name. Oh, dude, that's definitely...
Right. So here's the article, or here's the paragraph I'm going to cite.
All right.
If the 11 deaths are confirmed, it would be one of the deadliest industrial accidents in the U.S. in recent decades.
What?
Okay, now...
That's not true.
Hang on. That statement by itself, if you put a period behind it, that would be good enough. No. They did the long dash, which is also another indicator that's an AI article. So, if the 11 deaths are confirmed, it would be one of the deadliest industrial accidents in the U.S. in recent decades. Dash. Alongside a series of blasts that killed 16 people at an explosive plant in Tennessee last fall. A fire and detonation that killed 14 people at a fertilizer plant in Texas in 2013. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig explosion that killed 11 people in 2010. And an explosive at West Virginia coal mine that killed 29 people in 2010. Well...
So it's not even in the top 5.
Yeah, hey dummies. You don't even have to write any of that paragraph. Don't even write the sentence.
It's tragic, for sure, that 11 people died. But they didn't even confirm that they're dead. Right? It says if these 11 people died.
Yeah, but then it goes on and says it would be one of the deadliest industrial accidents. And not really, because you just listed 6 others.
Right.
So
where's the story here?
just eliminate the article altogether, or eliminate that whole paragraph.
Yeah, just write about the 11 people that horrifically died in this accident.
And the paper mill accident itself.
Yeah.
Some kind of liquid known as white liquor, which is like a bonding agent.
Yeah, you have white liquor and black liquor.
The pulp that mixes with the pulp.
Byproduct. Well, yeah, it's a byproduct that they reuse for pine because you get pine resin and turpentine.
So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, we need to read our books.
Wow. So I got this Kirkland small batch out again. It's not much better. I thought maybe it would just I'll just drink this. This is only 92 proof. It's nothing crazy. This is what we tasted in our last episode. It ranked the lowest, so I want to get rid of it.
Still the lowest?
Yeah. It's not much better than the Clyde base.
Well, that's what I was wondering, if it was lower than Clyde. Anyway.
It's better than the Clyde, I think. I don't know.
I came across another article.
Okay.
As from the famous words of the once fine gentleman Rush Limbaugh, here are my nicotine-stained fingers, which I'm not a smoker, by the way, but I always got that quote, thought it was funny.
Yeah.
The name of this article is From Gym Injuries to Top 40 Mysteries. These are 5 telltale signs you are past your prime.
Yeah, that's what kind of brought our conversation up. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah. This article is written by a gentleman named Austin Perry Outkick.
So
I think it's just Austin Perry. Outkick was where it went.
That's what the AI put in.
Published on May 23rd. So his very first line, getting old sucks.
And how old is
I'm
this
going to
gentleman?
His first line is getting old sucks.
Yeah.
Is that a true statement to you?
No.
Is getting old sucking for you?
No.
Not for me either.
No. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm turning 34 this year.
Oh, gosh.
34 years old. He thinks he's getting old and it sucks.
Go sit down, young man.
He has no idea. Just wait till he's 56 like me. Anyway, so he keeps going on, complains about a bruise from working out, and it took so long to recover, and he wished he was 21 again. I guess he's just looking for something to write so that way he can get some money. Anyway.
You sure this is a man writing this?
Yeah. 5 fashion trends. 5. Number 5 on the list. Fashion trends make absolutely no sense to you. This is a sign that you're getting old.
You don't care about fashion trends.
Well, he says this is a sneaky one because it might happen more gradually than some others.
I haven't cared about fashion trends since I was in 6th and 7th grade, I think.
Right. He refers to himself as a reverse Marty McFly if it wasn't for his wife.
What?
Yeah. And he said that...
What does that mean?
I don't know. And then he says, did you know that cargo pants are back in style? I didn't, but I didn't know there was such a thing as a style for cargo pants or not. It's kind of funny because I'm wearing them right now. Right, I know.
They're very handy, man. If you actually use the pockets for what they're intended for, they're great.
And then he goes, don't even get me started on the loose jeans trend.
What is loose jeans?
Well, because
not non-skinny jeans?
Now he's talking about women. He transfers from himself in the cargo pants to women in loose jeans.
Oh, boy.
When I was coming of age, his quote, chicks wore jeans that looked like they took 45 minutes to put on and just as long to take off. Now, he's only 34 years old. Oh, man. So when I grew up in a period well before him, 20 years, in which the girls were using baby powder to get jeans on.
Yeah, and pliers to get the zipper up.
Because they were so tight.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anybody since that period of time wearing jeans that were that tight.
Well, the type of jeans that girls were wearing when I was in high school, I think now they call them mom jeans. Like they're kind of high-waisted.
High-waisted.
But they were like bell-bottom, almost like bell-bottoms. They were tight up top, but loose down below the knee, maybe?
They had the flare, or they're a boot cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call them mom jeans now, and I was like, what?
And they're
But
popular.
then they went like dipped really low where you could see like the top of their butt crack, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
With their-
Anyway, so he talks about and then he gets into now, his quote again, girls who weigh 98 pounds have pant legs that look like they were ripped from the seat of my 600-pound life. Because they're so fat. And my daughters wear them. They wear
the big-
pants that are the pants legs are
Yeah.
so large that unless they were walking, you would think they're wearing a long skirt.
I wonder. Okay.
I don't know. So one sign that you're getting old, number 5 on his list is you can't keep up with fashion trends. Do I want to?
I mean, who gives a shit, man?
I mean, I'm still one of the only people other than the owner at our business that wears his T-shirt tucked in with a belt. I don't see anybody else there that does that.
Nerds.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I still do it.
Well, who cares? That's what you like to do.
Yeah. Well, I think today most people untuck their shirt because they're just hiding their fatness,
I feel like it's extremely uncomfortable for
or
me.
they can't button their pants, so they undo it a little bit and they wear their shirt out loose. That way you
Maybe.
can't tell.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? I don't know. That's why you gotta stay fit, people.
But the thing is, as a dude, why do you care what other guys are wearing?
That's
Or
just
what
a
the
sign
fa-
that he's getting old.
That
Or
he
that he-
cares?
Well, he doesn't know what the trends are. Like, you don't care
Oh.
what the trend is.
This is one of those metrosexual dudes, right?
I don't know. Let's go to number 4.
All right.
Number 4, you're sore for way too long after accomplishing feats of athleticism.
I wonder what his feats of athleticism are. Playing frisbee golf?
Let's see. Beach volleyball.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'll quote him again. Maybe you feel fine in the moment and you're even showing glimpses of your younger, more vibrant self. Then you wake up the next morning and you feel like you just got hit by a bus. Muscles you didn't even know you had are now throbbing in pain. Congratulations, you're old. No.
I mean, so look, the only thing that stopped me from doing all that kind of stuff is that I was jumping from an airplane and I hit the ground and got knocked unconscious and injured my spine. That's what stopped me when I was in my 30s. I don't know what the heck this guy is doing in his life,
I think it was a couch potato.
but it seems like, yeah, he plays Xbox all the time and is like, oh no, I can't play beach volleyball for some reason because I've been eating Doritos and playing Xbox my whole life.
He talked about playing on the corporate flag football team as a backup.
Corporate flag football team.
And then fell apart.
He's a finance bro.
Could be. And I'll tell you, the only thing, I don't have slow recovery times. Even with all my workouts, the things that I'm doing, even if I go on a hike and I'm wearing a 25-pound ruck and I'm hiking 6-8 miles, at the end of the day, I might be a little sore after I get done, just taking it all off. But by the afternoon, I'm fine. I wake up the next morning, I'm not sore in any way.
Well, I'm wondering, so I would be sore, but I have like serious injuries that I am dealing
Well,
with.
that's different than
And
saying I'm old.
And I'm wondering with this guy, like, so that's what I talked about. Like, okay, I had a bad landing and an airborne operation. Like, what is this guy doing to feel like this? Because that's what I felt like when I was 35. But I had, degenerative disc disease and arthritis in my and torn rotator cuffs and like brain injuries. What have you done?
Well, here, I'll give you
You went
his
to college?
I'll give you his little complaint. You just said it. I felt like I was back in college playing intramural ball until I went to a party later that evening and could barely peel myself off the couch because my lower back locked up so badly. I had just turned 30, not too long before that, and that was my first sign that I probably should hang my football cleats up for good.
How much
Probably
do you
a
weigh?
good idea.
How much does this dude weigh?
But for me personally, the only thing that I ever feel, and I do attribute it probably to age, is after doing something like a long hike or even a long walk, not even working out or anything else like that, I will feel it in my ankles for like maybe a day. It doesn't hurt. They just feel a little tense.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I feel out of my whole body.
Yeah, I mean, my feet hurt, but that's because I developed bone spurs from carrying a 100-pound rucksack and walking 12 miles for weeks on end.
No, you can heal yourself for bone spurs.
I have a...
We're not in your pity party.
I'm not going to go through my whole VA freaking documentation.
Number 3.
Poor me. That's what I was... Who
That's
gives a
right.
crap, man?
Poor you.
Like, quit whining, dude. Do some yoga, whatever.
Number 3 on his list. Going to, quote unquote, the bars fills you with contempt. Now, I don't know why I would be contempted.
What kind
Is
of
that even
bars
a
are
word?
you going to? Gay bars, probably.
Is contempted a word?
Contempted? No. Full of contempt.
Am I ever full of contempt because I went to the bar? What does he mean by the bar?
Probably because he got laughed at for being...
He says there's a distinct difference between grabbing a drink and going out to the bars to drink. I agree with that.
Sure.
And that shows a little bit of maturity, actually.
Yeah, like binge drinking rather than just
Yeah.
going and have a drink.
They call them bars, but let's be honest, he says. These are straight up clubs. All right, so
boy.
when I grew up and I was of age, we didn't say let's go to the bar. We said let's go to the club.
Yeah.
You knew right off the bat that you're clubbing,
Dance music.
not going to a bar.
Yeah, we're going to go cruise for some chicks at the club. And we're going to dance with ladies. And, yeah,
Yeah. So then he describes
like a nightclub.
why
is what they used to
would
do.
you be old? Well, if you've ever been out at one of these bars and you think to yourself that the music is too loud or that they packed way too many people in there, then you need to leave because you're too old. No. It doesn't even make any sense. I can't believe this guy got paid to put this in publication.
Where did you find this?
I found this on...
Was this like Maxim magazine or something?
Where did I pick this up on? I picked this up off of Fox News Channel, I think.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Dude. Well, that
Yeah,
doesn't
as a matter of
surprise
fact, I did.
That
I
actually
did.
doesn't surprise me.
I did
Pete
get it off the
Hegseth.
Fox
Pete
News Channel.
Hegseth probably wrote this.
So then you go there, and then he talks about some other things with clubbing. Let's see. Let's get one thing straight. His quote again. Let's get one thing straight before we move on. An actual bar is a rickety old hole in the wall that is never more than half full, is playing 70s rock at a whisper, and has actual bar stools where people can sit and drink and watch a game without being elbowed in the ribs by a guy dancing to Usher and trying to get lucky. All right, first of all, if you're going to a club to watch a game,
Yeah, you're in the wrong place, dude.
yeah, and you're worried about a guy elbowing you, he's probably telling you, old man, get the heck out.
Or he's just saying, like, you're like, dude, okay, this guy would not be welcome at a bar. Like, this guy would probably walk into a bar and everybody's like, what the hell is this dude doing here?
Yeah, who knows? It just goes on and on, rants. Number 2 on his list. Top 40 radio stations sound like alien noises to you.
What
Now,
the heck is top 40?
I
remember
honestly, I don't even remember a top 40 station in existence today, but I guess they still are.
You remember Casey Kasem?
Oh, yeah.
Was that top 40 considered? Because he would do the top...
America's Top 40.
America's Top 40. So that's real top 40 radio.
He did that every year.
Or
Every week, I'm sorry.
I don't listen to the radio anymore, but sometimes I will turn on KC 95 and they're playing songs from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s even now.
Well, 2000s. They're
Do they
playing
play
newer
2000s?
stuff. Yeah.
And then you go to 105.7 The Point, and that's, to me, that was like an oldie station. I was
That
like,
used to be alternative.
they're playing songs from when I was in high school, and that's 30 years ago, man.
Right.
Almost.
Well, and that's the point. Growing up, there were top 40 radio stations in
Right.
which they played nothing but they rotated the top 40 songs on the list
But you know why?
every hour.
Those were all, like, the record companies had power over the radio station. They said, play this record, like, play this Elvis Presley song. And it was like, but people went crazy for it. But that's the way it is now. It's the same way, but there's just so much out there. It's so much.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even know number one, I didn't know there was a 40s radio station. And I'm
Do
pretty
they?
sure that young people aren't listening to the radio. They all just walk around with their Spotify
Yeah.
or
and they listen
Apple
to a
Music or
curated
whatever.
playlist on
Yes.
what they like.
Yeah.
And so I heard Joe Rogan talking about this, like, where's all the big rock bands like Van Halen or Def Leppard, like these big bands? I was like, those were all like creations of a record company that people found out were fraudulent. You know, like
Who?
Aerosmith. Aerosmith sucks live. They're terrible. Steven Tyler cannot sing. It's terrible live. But they're great on the radio because it's so produced.
When did you see them live?
I've seen live performances of them on YouTube.
Like how old or later?
No, these were like, you know.
During their heyday in
Yeah.
the 70s?
Yeah, it sucked. It sucks. But then he's like, where's all these big bands? Where's all these huge, like, dude, there's total, like these, what's that guy's name? The redheaded guy who got famous because he put a song out on YouTube. Oliver Anthony, right? Do you know who Oliver Anthony is?
Yeah.
He's super popular, but he had a good song. He put it out on YouTube, got famous because he has good music, right? And he goes and performs live, makes his money off live performances, doesn't sell records, doesn't sell CDs. He just puts his music out on YouTube and then tours. And he makes a lot of money. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people like that, bands like that are making a living by traveling around playing live music.
Are you saying a band like Metallica is not legit?
Metallica sucks.
I didn't ask you your opinion of Metallica.
Are you
legit? Saying they're not legit as a band, that they just started as a band, or you're telling me that
no, they
a
were
record
good.
company took charge of them?
They were good. They were legit. They were. And then they sold out and they suck now.
Are you saying
They're
Ted
not
Nugent's
legit.
the same way?
No, Ted Nugent's legit. Yeah, he's legit. The Van Halen was good. Then they sucked. Then they got worse when Sammy Hagar started singing. And then they never recovered. Fact. Who else you got?
No, I don't know. I'm not going to argue with you because you've
The
got
Beatles?
your opinion.
You want to talk about the Beatles? How much they suck.
The Beatles do not suck.
They started out pretty good. They got a little bit better. Then they sold their soul to the devil. And then they sucked.
Who was that?
The Beatles.
Yeah, who did they sell their soul out to?
To Satan?
Like legit the man?
I don't know.
The being?
Play the record backwards and see what it says.
Well, you can say that by everything.
Who else? One of your favorite bands that I can shit on. Who else you got?
Well, why don't you just shit on Clutch?
Why would I do that?
Because they're just like everybody else you just described.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they play good music that I enjoy.
You enjoy it.
They travel around and play live music.
So again, it's
constantly.
opinion.
No, dude, you have
other bands that you're rock shaming.
Rock shaming.
Have all went around and played forever.
Yeah, and they suck.
Because you don't like the way they sound live.
They don't sound.
Even though you never actually saw them live. You heard them on radio or you saw them on a YouTube video.
Listen, if you go see a band live and they sound nothing like what you hear on a record or on a CD, something is wrong. Would you agree?
How you got to describe? What do you mean they sound nothing
overproduced, using auto-tune?
So you don't like Led Zeppelin?
Production.
You don't like Led Zeppelin?
Not really, man.
You really don't like Led Zeppelin?
I don't like. I like.
Led Zeppelin sounds nothing like their records.
I like John Bonham.
Led Zeppelin sounds nothing like their records.
You saw him live?
I did not.
I
saw them on YouTube videos, just like you.
I don't like Robert Plant.
And their stuff sounds different than it is in the recording
I think they're
studio.
plagiarists. I think they stole Stairway to Heaven. It sounds so much like another song. And
I think you're starting to execute a little bit on the denialism that we were talking about earlier, but I'm not going to go there just yet.
But look, you can't deny how much money they made and how many records they sold. And
yeah, but your argument, you just lost your argument on saying that they're not a legit band because they sound like shit live. They don't. They do. They're different than their record.
I think,
and you say that doesn't count. They got to sound just like their records.
No, I think if you go to play a song live and you cannot perform to the same way you recorded it in a studio with a producer and with technology, then what
so
are we
you don't
doing
like
here?
Queen either? You don't think Queen's legit?
No, he has an amazing voice.
Oh, so you think that live, what they do live is...
From what I've seen.
Yeah, okay. You know, they don't play the Bohemian Rhapsody live. When they sing that song, they all walk off the stage and do all the
Well, because the dude's
orchestral
not
stuff.
alive, right? Didn't he die back in the 90s?
When they toured, when Freddie Mercury was still alive,
Mm-hmm.
they never actually performed the whole song Bohemian Rhapsody
Really?
on the stage, because all of the background stuff, all the voices, the choir and all
The
that,
choir.
is their
Yeah.
own voices being dubbed over and over and over
Well,
again.
yeah, you can't sing that live.
Why not? All you gotta do is get a choir and put it up there like Ann and Nancy did for the Led Zeppelin song, Stairway to Heaven.
Why didn't they do that?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
Probably 'cause they didn't wanna pay
You're
them.
losing your argument.
No, you're
on-
making up
on all
shit,
that.
Kevin.
You're making it up. I'm actually telling you exactly how they did it, and you're going, nope, I'm making it up.
No, you're making you're I don't know what the term would be. Gaslighting, maybe.
Well, no, you're gaslighting. I'm not gaslighting you. I'm throwing facts out
look,
to split.
Here's what
to
would be
lower
legit,
your
right?
argument.
If Queen recorded Bohemian Rhapsody, but then did an orchestral setup with their own voices in the background, that's pretty creative to do that on a record. But why wouldn't you just go play the song with who you are, with you dudes playing your instruments and singing? Why
But that
wouldn't
was
you do
their
that?
studio.
No, I'm saying when you sing it live, why wouldn't they just sing the song?
Because
You say they
it
leave.
wouldn't sound like the song on the record. So they want to make it sound like the song on the record.
Okay, well, maybe
so they
good for
just play
them.
the recording.
Good for them for keeping it real, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big Queen fan. I mean, I respect what the music, what they did. I guess it sounds good
Okay.
on the radio, but
I'll let it go. Your blanket statements
But-
aren't holding water.
so here's songs like bands like Poison, Skid Row, like all those early 90s, late 80s, early 90s bands, right? They made all their money off of record sales and CD sales.
MTV.
And then when they started going out on tour, people were like, what the F is this? This is not the band that I listen to. That's a very well-known thing. And then they started losing money when Napster came out, and then people stopped going to see them live because they couldn't make money off selling records anymore, selling CDs.
Who's
They had to
Napster?
go. Napster came up. It was the first music streaming service where you could download music for free off the internet.
Okay. Well, they're not the only band that suffered that, or that type of band.
There's a bunch of them that did that because they got found out for being overproduced. Like Britney Spears, let's say, sounded great. Her voice sounded amazing on the radio and on her CDs. But then when she had to literally really sing live in person, it was terrible.
I'm trying
Then
to
she
think
got
of the
found out for
bands I
lip
saw
syncing.
live.
Milli Vanilli was the first one that came out. They found out, holy crap,
Oh, yeah,
these
everybody
guys are
knows
lip
about them.
syncing. But they were all doing. There was a bunch of bands doing it. There was a bunch of very famous bands that made a ton of money.
If you go back to the 70s and watch the old rock and roll shows, Midnight Special, Soul Train, American Bandstand,
All fake, probably.
every single one of them, they're all lip syncing. You could tell for television. They're
But
all
they-
lip syncing and playing the.
But then
None
you
of
have,
them are playing live.
Austin City Lights, is that what it was? Austin City Lights, I think it was. Was real live performances, like Stevie Ray Vaughan played very famously. Killed it. Played a Jimi Hendrix song that sounded, in my opinion, better than when Jimi Hendrix played it.
MTV used to do the acoustic things.
MTV
where
ruined music.
They take all the stuff and all they did was play acoustic. It was a big band.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
It's called Unplugged.
Yep. Yeah.
But then you could really find out, like, oh, Scott Stapp, the lead singer of, or not Scott Stapp, whatever. You'd see the bands on there like, dude, this guy sucks. Like, some bands got ruined because of that. Because
I'd
of that
like to know
Unplugged.
which ones.
We'll find out.
Okay. You save it for another day.
I'm going to Google it.
Um,
But I'll tell you what, Kevin. Just because I think Aerosmith is shit, I'm not going to let you talk about Clutch because you've never even heard one Clutch song.
yeah, I do, because it's our intro.
Part of one Clutch.
So I've heard of it. And then the other thing is, I'm not calling you out just on your band. I'm calling you out on your premise because you're grouping, you're doing a blanket statement, and it's just not accurate.
I feel like maybe you're getting triggered.
triggered. Oh. Anyway, number 2 on the top 5 list.
I hear this. Several hard rock bands and hair metal bands saw their careers derailed by MTV Unplugged. Poison, Korn, Slaughter, Tesla, to name a few.
So were they, because they performed terribly?
They weren't protected by like the volume. Sometimes you could turn the volume up on the amps to drown out a bad voice, maybe somebody who can't sing or maybe off key. The production levels on the in the studio, you can change people's voices and put guitars in tune and make people play good.
Is Kiss fake?
Well, yeah, they wear makeup and they're not really like that. They're not blood spitting demons that spit fire and.
But is their music terrible?
Their
live
musicianship. Who's their lead singer? Paul Stanley.
Stanley.
He had a
Gene
good
Simmons.
voice. Gene Simmons might not be the best singer, but he could play the bass really well. Very good.
Depends on the songs he sang.
Yeah, I think. I mean, dude, to be able to perform like that and play live, I think that's why they lasted so long, because they were very good at performing live. Same like AC/DC, right? They're not the best vocals out there, the best writers, best, but they play like hell and it's fun. It's a fun show. So they had longevity.
I gotcha. Okay.
But like Sebastian Bach, lead singer of Skid Row, people found out real quick, like, oh, this guy actually sucks. Like, he's not good. And the music is fake. Somebody else is writing the songs and this dude can't even hardly play guitar. And
so you think the number 1 country music star right now is
I don't even know who that is.
It's AI generated.
Really?
Yep. Fake.
Yeah, it sucks.
Best thing going.
It's the most popular, not the best thing going.
What makes it popular? People think it's legit. They like it.
Stupid people.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, rant over. Me and Kevin actually don't hate each other, if you guys are wondering. This is part of why we like each other. What else does this D-bag have to say?
Number 2 on the list. Oh, yeah, we already did that. Top 40 radio stations sound like noise.
And we agree that top 40 radio stations don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, at least I don't think they do. And then I love this one statement here because I've never heard of a single person in this sentence.
Okay.
And they're all real. You'll never guess what Lil Durk said to Sexy Red to riz her up in front of Lil Uzi Vert while at the Teen Choice Awards. Now, first of all, if you say you're 34 years old like this guy in the article, why are you watching the Teen Choice Awards, you perv?
That's a red flag right there, buddy.
So,
who does the Teen Choice Awards? Who puts that on?
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Is that Nickelodeon does that or something?
Who knows? I didn't even know.
Maybe we're showing that we're old because we think this dude needs to shut up.
Could be. So, real quick, let me recap.
So those were real names that you just read off. Those are real names. That wasn't like a...
Yeah, they're real. They're all real. Let me recap. Top 5.
All right. I mean, not real names. They're like stage names or whatever, like rapper names or...
They're real performers.
Performer names?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 5 on his list was fashion trends make absolutely no sense to you. And by the way, this is signs that you're getting old.
Okay.
Number 4, you're sore for way too long after accomplishing feats of athleticism. First off, if you think you're old and you're accomplishing feats of athleticism, good luck to you.
Yeah. Or you're like, I'm going to attempt this feat of athleticism.
Here, Matt, hold my beer.
Right.
Number 3, going to the bars fills you with contempt. I'm not sure what contemptedness is. Number 2, top 40 radio stations sound like alien noises to you. And number 1, a trip to the gym is more dangerous than skydiving.
Okay.
Right.
What kind of gym are you going to, man?
I don't know, but he has little notes in here. First off, I did sign up for a gym for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'm going to go to a gym because I can use the machines and I'm looking for a stair stepper or whatever.
Right.
I walked into that gym 2 separate times.
Yeah.
Never got on a piece of equipment. turned around and walked out of the gym.
Same here.
And then I went back a third time and canceled the membership.
Yep.
And I couldn't do it. I can't go into the gym culture
No.
today. I got to find, if I did, it's got to be a legit old school place where everyone's just dressed in sweats and a t-shirt or whatever,
like
and
duct
working
tape
out
on the stuff and
yeah.
Dude, I went to
Not a fashion statement.
I joined a gym right up the street from me, and I went in and I did one workout, and there was a young lady working out next to me that, like, her pant, it looked like her pants that she was wearing, it was beyond yoga pants. It's like they were designed like a G-string, but pants. So it was like,
Yes.
like to go in her butt crack. And she kept walking in front of me, and she had like a cut off sweatshirt, so her belly was exposed, but the pants were pulled up like up high so you could see her moose knuckle in the front. And I was like, what am I doing? Is this a strip club? Like, what is going on here? And I started looking around. I was like, they're all dressed like this. And like, dude, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. And then you got a chick on the free weight rack, which is like a squat rack, where you would do some deadlifts and some heavy squats and do some serious weightlifting. And she's like, just like no weight on the bar, like working out and just poking her butt out. And I was like, are you here to meet guys? Like, you trying to get hit on here? Like, what is the deal?
I'm pretty sure they're not, because then they would just yell at you and call the police.
Yeah, accuse you of sexual assault or something. But yeah, I was like, I'm out. I walked. I was like, I got to cancel this stuff. I can't.
He had a line here on number 1. Nowadays, there are entire exercises I skip for fear of snapping something in half. Now, I kind of get that statement.
Sure.
Because I'm scared to death of doing legit squats or lunges.
Okay.
Because I want to protect my knees. You know, so I do modified things to ensure my knees are good. But I don't need to do a squat. All I got to do is go walk up and down the stairs 10 times.
There you go.
And I think I did pretty good.
Yeah.
You know. And then his last, toward the end here, everyone reaches a point where they just have to look themselves in the mirror and say, I ain't as good as I once was. Now, unless this guy's Toby Keith, he's not allowed to make that statement.
Plagiarism.
Yeah. And then his very last sentence, Father Time comes for us all. Just accept it.
Father.
That's the truest statement in the entire article.
Yeah. We've said it a bunch on the show. Time and tide wait for no man. What are you waiting for, dude?
9 words.
Yeah.
He could have
What was
shortened
that?
the article.
How many? 5 pages? 4 pages of drivel to get down to that last line that actually makes some sense.
Yep.
Well, that's great, dude.
I will tell you. So
I wonder what college he went to.
I don't know, but clubbing.
Erskine Women's College, probably.
I ended up getting a lot of memories just reading off that little thing about clubbing in bars.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have a 9-year gap between us. So I'm pretty sure the clubs I went to probably weren't around, or they weren't popular by the time. And
I wasn't
you
here
were
then. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you weren't.
Yeah.
You went running away.
I was on my fun travel and adventure phase.
So for those of you who listen who are from this area could probably remember, but one of the places I used to frequent was a club called the Big Kahuna in off of Page Avenue there.
Wasn't that a Pee Wee Herman reference?
I have no idea. I didn't.
What was the Big Kahuna?
But we used to. I ended up getting a job there. It was my first job at a bar, and I was a bouncer. And that was a great place. I mean, back when you had the legit happy hour buffets, where they actually had food and stuff like that, and all you had to do is have the 2-drink minimum and eat as much food as you possibly could. Every Wednesday night, they did a pig roast.
Yeah, it's definitely a Polynesian thing for Big Kahuna.
Yeah, and then they had a lot of the tables were made out of surfboards, or the railings had surfboards on them, and so the women used to get up and dance on the surfboards, you know, while they're doing all their stuff. They either did music or live bands.
Oh, the term gained massive mainstream traction in 1959. So that kind of shows your age there a little bit, Kevin. In the movie Gidget.
I don't even know what that is.
Quentin Tarantino films, the phrase, that's where I got it from. There was a burger joint, and John Travolta, or I think he orders a Big Kahuna. That's where I got it.
It's a burger.
The burger, Big Kahuna burger. A burger with a slice of pineapple.
Well, I used to laugh because working at the Big Kahuna on Saturday night, we used to call it the Big Kahooser.
That's a very St. Louis phrase.
Because that's when all the rednecks came out and they all went to that one club.
The Big Kahuna.
And that's when you knew a problem was going to happen.
Did they have like tiki cup drinks, like tiki bars type stuff?
No,
stuff,
it's class
normal.
Yeah, normal alcohol,
Yeah.
whatever they can get you.
Rum and Coke or a vodka
all
and
that stuff.
cranberry.
Yeah, vodka sour, sour junk,
Okay.
amaretto sour, and
Yeah.
all that. And then there were two bouncers that I worked with there. They were there long before I was, but they were Samoan, and their names were Puni and Tassi.
Oh.
They were brothers, and they used to keep track of the one-punch knockout.
Yeah, I bet.
Those guys were massive. And then other ones that I remember at that time, there was another club. At the time, though, Clyde's Landing was a big deal in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And now it's just a rundown dump.
It's empty.
The only thing that's left is the spaghetti factory still.
Really?
It is still there.
Hanging on there?
Still there.
Dang.
Yep. Anyway, that used to be Club Row.
Wasn't there Mississippi Nights on Laclede?
Mississippi Nights
that place
was there.
Was awesome, man.
You had that. You had another club that was Metropole that played all the alternative music that was there.
That was a smaller club, right?
Yeah,
Mississippi Nights was kind of big. It had a lower ceiling.
Well, they were known for all their live bands.
Yeah.
That they brought in there. A lot of live guys, a lot of live bands, very popular, would go there, and you can only fit in, I think, 1,500 people.
The Urge. Do you know them?
Yeah.
Are they popular? Fragile Porcelain Mice. I saw them there. For all my 90s boys out there.
So, yeah, there was another place out on Manchester Road called Garfield's. That was a great club to go to. Thursday night was ladies' night. And, you always either found a girl that you knew or you got to know one well enough that they would get a drink because they drank for free all night, ladies' night. And then you just kind of tucked your drink out of the table. And hopefully the bouncers don't see you. And then you didn't pay either. And then she just went and got another one. And I remember one night...
Dude, those days are long gone where women drink for free.
I remember in my ROTC college days, we had all of us cadets were together with our dates and stuff. And we're at this bar. And one of our friends made a bet with another one. Gave them... so I'll buy you... I think it was either... 1 beer or 2 beers, I can't remember exactly, if you would low crawl across the dance floor. Now it's crowded. And this dude got down on the ground and actually did a low crawl all the way across the dance floor while everybody's dancing so he can get his beer.
Oh, boy.
That's fun times.
Yeah.
Then across from the Big Kahuna was the Bombay Bicycle Club. I didn't go there very often, but it was there. And then some of the other ones in Westport. Westport was known there because I became a bouncer at another bar there called Keys, and they were known for dueling pianos. And that place was great because there would be a 3-hour line to get in that place. People would actually wait,
dude,
to get in.
There ain't no way in hell I'd do that.
That's how popular it was then. That was a lot of fun. And then there was Annie Ann's, I think is what it was called, and they were known for their yard beers. So it was a glass that was a yard long. Yeah. Long, skinny glass. And no one knew how to drink it. And as soon as they started to drink it, all sloshed right into them. Yeah, that was
like
good.
the boot. You ever drank beer out of a boot?
The boot, no.
There's like a certain technique you have to use. But why would you even order that? That's crazy.
Yep. And then you still have the train wreck. The train wreck still exists in Westport.
Oh, really?
And they always were known for their live music every weekend. Good bands that would go in there. They still do it, and their seasoned fries are just fantastic. I used to go there and just order seasoned fries for dinner.
Yeah. I think when I was still here in St. Louis, we would go to the High Point to see live music.
Yep, High Point.
The Galaxy. I saw Deftones play at the Galaxy when their first album came out. I'm actually on YouTube. They have the show From the Galaxy on YouTube, and it shows me stage diving. I think I was like 15 maybe at the time. It's like, hey, I'm going to Bruce's to spend the night, and we go downtown to the Galaxy. I don't even know if the Galaxy's down. I had actually no idea where we were.
I doubt it.
I just got in the back of the car, and
I don't think so.
we went down there.
Well, and the big one going on the east side was the Oz,
Yeah.
which is still there,
Is it? Okay.
by the way.
We went to Pops and Sauget.
Pops is still there, and the Oz are still there. And Oz.
We did go to Mississippi Nights.
Pops is always known for their disposable cup. Didn't matter what it was. You got everything in a disposable cup.
Because they don't want you to throw it and
Beat people up.
could be a wild place.
Yes. But that's where we all went after you got done at Laclade's Landing, because all the bars were shutting down between 1 and 2 in the morning.
Go to the east side.
You went to the east side. You went to Pops or Oz
Yeah.
for the rest of the night, and you went back home when the sun's coming up.
Back when a man could drive with a few beverages in his system.
Well, they had a lot of places over there you had to watch out for between
sure.
Illinois and New. You're all leaving.
I think it's safe for me to tell this story now.
There is a statute of limitations for drinking.
Well, I mean, for my parents' sake. So we were downtown. I think we were at the High Point, which isn't. I don't think that's considered downtown, is it? It is for us. People who grew up in St. Peters, St. Charles County. That's as soon as you cross the river, you're downtown.
Yeah, High Point's not downtown.
We were on 70 coming from downtown. We must have been Mississippi Nights. Anyway, we got pulled over for speeding. I think I'm 15 at the time, and we're all smoking weed, of course, as kids do. And St. Louis City cops pull us over. There's like 4 cops back there, and they get us all out of the car because they smell weed, and they search all of us, and they're like, "All right, where are you guys from?" And we told them, "Oh, we're from St. Peters, and we're just down for a show." They search us right on the side of the highway. One buddy's got a weed pipe on him. Another buddy's got a bag of weed. And they just put the pipe on the highway and stepped on it, crushed it, and then dumped the weed out. And they were like, "All right, get out of here." We just got back in the car and drove off. I was like, oh, shit. We're all about to go to jail in St. Louis.
And why do you hate the police so much?
Well, because they violate constitutional rights. They're the violent arm of their politicians.
Oh, by stepping on your pipe?
No, not that. I mean, I'm thankful they let us go. They didn't have to. But they had more important things to do in downtown St. Louis. You know? But, whatever. I'm surprised they didn't steal the weed and smoke it themselves. That's really what I'm surprised by.
Well, they probably already had better stuff sitting in their car.
Yeah, they probably had a couple kilos of coke in the back.
Yep. Spent a lot of time clubbing.
Yeah, my club days were when I was at Fort Lewis. We would go to Tacoma or Seattle, and they were legit. They were real clubs. Like you would go, and there was like laser lights and fog and dancing and dance clubs, and it was like super loud. And you would just go dance with girls and whatever. And we'd go back on post, and that was it. And we'd just go out dancing. We went to some other type of clubs, of course, too. But, in Korea, they had, I don't know, would you call those clubs or bars? They were more like bars where I was.
None of those were clubs. They're all dive bars. They're U.S. equivalent dive bars.
They're like below a dive bar, probably, right? Like a step down from a dive bar where I was at Camp House. It was kind of sad.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad.
But then you had the juicy girls.
Yeah, we called them drinky girls.
They were all, all up there on stage. They'd wear a little string bikini and they have a pole, but they're not dancing. They're just kind of just standing there.
Just hanging out.
Like,
yeah.
I'm so bored.
Well, the girls were at Camp House. They were like, they would sit at the bar like they were patrons, and then you would sit down and then they would, oh, hi. They would try to talk to you in the broken English and get you to buy, they would say, you buy me drinky. And if you bought them a drink, it would be a glass of pineapple juice.
Yeah, it was always a juice. That's why we called them juicy girls.
No alcohol, just a glass of pineapple juice.
And they would charge you $7.
$7. Yep. $7. And they would want you to drink soju. They would try to get you as drunk as possible, so you would keep buying them these $7 drinks. And who knows what these poor girls were making? They probably were just doing that for room and board or something.
Who knows?
It was sad, man.
Now, Dave, when he was last in Korea, because he went and did a second tour over there, I want to say it was early 2000. So it was before 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, early. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about this. I was there in 98, 99. I think he got there in 99 to 2000, right?
And then when he was over there for his second tour, because the first time it was the Koreans, the Juicy Girls, and all that. His second time around, he said they were all Russian.
Yes, because the
Korean girls didn't do that stuff anymore.
My last 6 months in a camp house, we had one bar opened up, and there's like white girls there. We're like, whoa. And they were all Russian. They were all addicted to heroin, because you could see the track marks on their arms. And there would be like a couple shady Turkish dudes or somebody hanging outside. And it was super creepy, and I didn't like it at all. I would not go in that club. I didn't like it because I was like, I didn't know what human trafficking was at the time. But looking back on it, they were definitely trafficked women, and it was terrible.
I remember when I first got there. So I got there in 1994. New lieutenant. I need to get my hair cut. So I go into the barber, get my hair cut, and I sit down. And I'm on base, so it's an atheist barbershop.
Yeah.
You can go in there, sit down, and she says hi and all that good stuff. And first thing she says is, "You need girlfriend? You new? Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't need a girlfriend. You new? Yeah, I'm new. I know you know that.
Yeah, they know everything.
Yeah, it's funny.
When I got to Fort Jackson, I went to a Subway in Northeast Columbia, and it was all Korean people. I guess it was Korean owner, right? Korean. And I was like, oh, you're from Korea? Said, yeah. And so I spoke a little Korean, and she was lit up. And she was like, oh, my gosh, you speak Korean? I was like, well, yeah, I was in Korea for like almost 15 months. And I learned a little bit and started talking. And she asked me, are you married? You have a wife? You got a girlfriend? And I was like, whoa, yes, I am married.
And like, no, I'm not in Korea.
Yeah, stop. Like, where the heck am I right now? The same.
Pretty funny.
Yep. And I'm not trying to bring your whole entire family over to the U.S. so they can get the AFEs. We always call it the big PX in the sky. Like, you're going to marry a Korean and her whole family will go to the big PX in the sky. Man, we had one poor dude, this PFC, got mixed up with a drinky girl, and thought he was in love. He thought they were in love. They were going to get married and whatever. And next thing you know, this dude goes AWOL. And we went out and found him, dragged him back on post, and of course he gets busted down to E1, and they're going to kick him out because he was AWOL for like a month. They couldn't find him. Just ruined. You know what an ACE, the armored combat earth mover that the engineers use?
Yes.
He was coming out of the motor pool one time. We had to go out of our motor pool and go on the civilian road and then get back onto post, because our motor pool was like separated by a street.
Yep.
And he came out, didn't use a ground guide, decided, I'm just going to get this on post because we need to go. And he ripped the whole entire side off of somebody's car, a Korean person's car. The whole side of it. Just destroyed this whole car. So his whole tour in Korea, every paycheck he got went straight to pay back that car. And then he went AWOL with his drinky girlfriend and was going to get married.
Yep, too bad.
Yeah. It's wild over there, man. It's probably a lot different now.
I'd be curious if anybody hears this who's done a tour in Korea in the last 10 years. I'd like to know how it's different.
Yeah, like Camp House doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. I think the Koreans took it over, and now they demolished all the buildings. Everything's gone.
Speaking of, I don't remember who I talked to, but because I was stationed at Camp Humphreys.
Mm.
It's nothing like Camp Humphreys is today, because they took the headquarters and all that out of Seoul. They moved it all down to Camp Humphreys.
Oh, wow.
It's all there now. It's a huge place, and nothing the same. And I'd like to, I can't remember who that was, but
Yeah, I don't know if I ever went to Camp Humphreys. I think a bus stopped there. If you got on the AFES bus and you were trying to get down to Osan.
oh, it probably stopped there because it was a large base.
Yeah, and then I remember
It had a large footprint.
You remember Camp Gary Owen?
No.
Ever been there? That thing was a little bitty. They had like a cav unit there or something, like an air cav or something. The scout, the little birds,
Oh, yeah.
and some Apaches. I think that was it.
Yeah. When the Apaches first showed up when I was over there,
No.
and they were all at Camp Eagle, farther up
I don't
north.
even know where that is.
And
That might be Gary Owen. They might have changed it to Gary Owen.
could be, but I only went to camp. The only time I ever went to Camp Eagle is I flew there. I mean, everything I did in Korea is I was flying.
Oh. I walked there. Sucked.
I had a battalion commander like to fly around it. We had an AVIM company, an aviation intermediate maintenance
okay.
company in our battalion,
Yeah.
and they always had 2 Blackhawks ready to go. And
Yeah,
the battalion
why not,
commander goes,
man?
"I'm going this way," and they're like, "Can I go with you, sir? Get on.
Heck yeah, man. I would have done the same thing.
I gotta go talk to so and so up at Camp Eagle. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm headed there."
Yeah. We couldn't go anywhere. We were on a strategic, like I guess they would call it like a combat outpost now. Like we were the most forward deployed engineers in the whole entire United States Army at the time. It was nothing between us and the North Koreans except a few rice paddies and the mountains, But yeah, it's wild, man. Clubbing is overrated. If you're expecting a bar and you're going to clubs, you're going to be sorely mistaken. I think, we talked about this in one of our earlier episodes of like protecting man space or reclaiming our man, like the bar, like a men's bar, where you could go and, there's a literal bar.
Classic Hooters.
No. Well, Hooters is not what it used to be.
They want to redo it.
Oh, they were going to go back to actually having some standards.
The old shorts and
Yeah.
that they used to have originally, not the butt thongs and all that
Butt
stuff.
thongs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been, dude, I can't even remember the last time.
I'm just reading articles. I'm just telling you what it said in the
Okay.
articles. It's been
But,
a long time since I've been to Hooters.
like a place where you can go and there's a pool table, there's a dart board, there's some tables there. You can sit and have a drink or you sit at the bar.
Yep. Shuffleboard,
Shuffleboard, Cardinals game on the TV,
jukebox.
a jukebox, but it doesn't blast, Britney
It's
Spears.
just loud enough so you can barely hear it.
Right. Yeah, you can hear it, but it's not drowning out the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a whole of the conversation. That's a bar. A club is dance music, and they have a dance floor, and
It's loud on purpose.
it's loud, and yeah.
And you're going to go stand at the bar for 10 minutes waiting for the bartender to
Right.
acknowledge you.
Yeah, so if you're like, oh, I'm going to
Because
the
you don't
bar.
want to wait for the server to help you.
If you say, oh, I'm going to the bar, yeah, you got to like break out a 20 and kind of hold it in the air to get their attention, right?
Right.
I don't know. Who knows what it is today? You probably got to hold 100 out there to get their attention.
I don't know. Does anybody even carry cash?
That's true. Yeah. They're
It's
like,
all card.
oh, my American Express or whatever.
It's gold colored. It's metal.
Yeah, the metal one. Bitcoin. I got Bitcoin on my phone. Show me your phone. All right. Well, me and Kevin are going to end this episode, and we're going to listen to some 1980s trash music so I can prove my point to him.
I don't have any.
Well, it's kind of old trash. We'll see.
Are you saying you don't like Susie Q?
Who? Creedence Clearwater Revival?
No, Susie Q.
That's a song from CCR. Oh, Susie
No, that's
Q.
that's the singer.
Who's that?
Susie Q from the 80s?
I don't know who that
Oh.
is.
I'll let you look it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up. How many stars are you giving this?
One
Alabama
star, one
whiskey?
star.
That's generous.
1 star.
Yep, 1 star for me.
Well,
as
because I'm not
well.
allowed to do half stars. You know what?
You
It could
know?
be the state whiskey or whatever for the state of Alabama, and I'm sure then,
Maybe are
probably
they
is.
proud of it? You think?
I would think so. I mean, it was their state legislature that voted it. I mean,
Oh,
I'm sure
boy.
there's more than one.
How dare you?
But again,
Yeah.
I could be too judgmental because I'm
There-
using the bourbon standard that comes out of the state of Kentucky for all of my ratings, all of my
Yeah.
evaluations.
And that's
And-
what we enjoy. That's what we're like. I like a good bourbon, and I think
Yes.
our tasting last week really highlighted that. The two, my top one and your top one are legit bourbons.
Yes.
Like those are bourbons. And this is not. That doesn't claim to be.
No.
It's a Alabama whiskey, Alabama style whiskey. So they're trying to do something unique. They want to do their own thing, and good, good for you.
Good for them. Maybe not good for you.
Right,
but
not good for
them.
me. I went back to the Kirkland small batch, so I didn't have to drink any more of that Clyde May.
If you're a girl, you might like it.
I think that's probably very accurate. With maybe a little soda water and ice.
It's kind of even disappointing as 110 proof. I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, but
I think 110 proof made it. Is it printed on the label or is it handwritten? Because it comes across as being 80 proof,
it says
which is their standard.
55% ABV printed, not handwritten.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'm not out to bash Clyde Mays. It's just not for me.
it's
and
autographed by Clyde May, though. Allegedly, it looks like it's a real. They did a good job with that fake signature.
Yeah.
It's printed on there.
It's called an auto pen, like
Yeah.
Biden.
Speaking of Biden, did you see he sued? Apparently, he sued the DOJ or somebody to not allow the recordings of
His interviews.
his interviews.
That's okay. On the flip side, CNN was bashing the heck out of Biden's wife because it was revealed in an interview with his wife that when he did his debate and he was completely foaming at the mouth,
Yeah, he was like the
in
drugs
the,
wore
in
off.
the background, she's thinking, "Oh my gosh, it's a disaster. I think he's having a stroke," but kept all that hidden.
Why would you bash a woman for being concerned for her husband?
No. Because she hid it.
Oh, she didn't say anything, but in
Right.
her mind, she
And
was
it kept
thinking it.
promoting him,
And she
being the
didn't,
next president.
She didn't go on stage and say, he needs medical attention. We need to go.
Right. Or pull him out of the race like everybody kept saying.
Yeah.
Kept him in there. It was CNN
Apparently,
going after Biden's wife, saying, "Why'd you do that to us?"
one of the former Democrat members of Congress was told he had concerns about Biden and his health and mental capacity. And he was told, don't worry, we have a council of 3 that are actually going to be running the show. Like, it's okay. And apparently it was like chief of staff. Who's Susan Rice? Was she the chief of staff?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was Biden's chief of staff, Susan Rice, and Barack Obama that were actually running
Running the
the
government.
presidency.
Yeah.
Which, whatever, man. At this point, we don't have 3 co-equal branches of government anymore. Our president now is a megalomaniac. He's like building triumphal arches and did the whole White House with gold leaf and all sorts of crap. And we're basically in...
That is the one thing I would do if I was president. If I was the next president in line, my
Undo
very
all that
first
shit.
act would be to restore the classic architecture of the White House.
Yeah. That's wild times, man. And
But you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because the bottom line is, out of all this stuff that we just mentioned, who cares?
who cares, dude?
I'm still going to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go to work. I'm going to kiss my wife before I go to bed. I'm going to say hi to my children. I'm going to do whatever it is I do in my job.
Listen to some crappy music.
Yep. Yep. Midnight at the Oasis. Send your
It's-
camel to bed.
I don't even know what that is. The diversity is what makes us America, right? We all have different opinions about all this stuff. I like a certain type of music. I might think it's crap, but you like it. And I will never bash somebody for liking what they like.
Well, that's the problem is we no longer know how to be civil.
That is true.
We just can't be civil with each other. I can't agree with you because you like Clutch. Mm-hmm. So I can't be your friend no more.
Right.
I can't do this podcast. Yeah. You suck, Matt.
Right.
Clutch lover.
And not only that, I'm going to try to ruin your life because you don't like what I like.
Right. You're going to send death threats to me. You're going to yell at me.
Yeah, I'm going to get you fired from your job and get you canceled.
Yep. You're going to pick at the front of my house.
Right.
Bunch of babies.
Harass your children.
Do you hear what we're saying, people?
Come on. Get over yourself, man. Dude, how about, like we talked about on the show, hold the door open for somebody, man or woman. Hold the door open. Say thank you. Say please.
Yep. Use
them by their name if they have a name tag on.
If you walk past somebody, just say hi.
Say hello. Hey, have a great day, man.
Right.
Just be nice. That's gone now.
If they don't respond to you, who cares?
Whatever.
Just enjoy the moment.
I'm gonna have a great day. Whatever's going on with you, I hope your day gets better, dude. I'm having a great one.
Right.
I came into work today. Today's going to be a great day. I don't care what anybody says. I said that out loud. I don't care what anybody says. Today's going to be a great day. Because I've had a rough couple of days, and all of last week was kind of rough for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this crap.
Yeah, you better enjoy it now because your life's about to change within the next 2 weeks.
Dude, my wife is so amazing. My life will probably not change at all. And I'm blessed. I'm so blessed with a wonderful wife.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
She was talking about how we were talking about swaddling the baby. She's like, I don't think I'm going to swaddle him that much because when I did that with Emma, it seemed like she had a hard transition from swaddling to unswaddling when she was sleeping. I was like, I don't remember that at all. I must have been sleeping. And she's like, you were.
I still recommend the swaddling.
Yeah, whatever Caitlin wants. She's the CEO of this household. I'm just here to pay the bills and provide security.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, say hello to folks, dude. Have a positive mental attitude. No matter what's going on, it could always be worse. At least you're an American. At least you're born in the greatest country in the history of this world. You know?
Yeah.
Thank God for the blessings that you do have. Quit focusing on the negative.
We've done more in 250 years than every other civilization since the start.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
How
man.
terrible are we?
But dude, put that on a micro level and just think about your own life.
Right.
And when you start feeling like, oh, this is getting tough, this is hard, this is terrible, like, bro, you don't even know what hard is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, like, my grandpa grew up in a cabin that the ceiling was so short he couldn't stand upright when he was a teenager. He was too tall to stand upright in the cabin. And now look, I'm complaining because the city won't fix my paved street out front.
So I would like to say that next week we will have a guest on, and we're going to have a good time talking to Catherine about her experiences and helping the homeless here in the St. Louis area. She has quite a story. Looking forward to it.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm still not even fully processed the experience we had.
Yeah.
I'm still like wrestling with it.
Yep.
And we'll talk about that next week.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So, Matt, how can people get a hold of us?
They can reach us on Spotify. You can like, share, and subscribe, and you can comment on Spotify as well. That would be much appreciated. You can find us on Facebook. We're on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
Headspace and Tasting Podcast. Please like, share, subscribe there, and leave comments. That would be really cool. One day, we're going to put some videos up. One day. I don't know when, but whenever we get the bravery to do so.
By the way, our most viewed show on YouTube right now is OK Boomer.
Oh.
It has nearly 100 views, the most of any of our episodes.
I would love to see the demographic breakdown on that and see who is actually listening.
I don't know if I can get that off of YouTube. I'll dig into it.
That would be cool. Shout out to our listeners in the UK and Japan. You're still hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even count the amount of states. I looked at it today, but we're hitting a lot of different states.
We got a good number of states.
So, our local St. Louis talk, that's cool. But if you want to tell us about your clubs that you have locally in South Carolina or North Carolina or Florida or
Texas,
New York,
Indiana, Tennessee, Illinois.
Let us know what it was like what's the difference between a club and a bar in your place? That would be pretty cool to hear. I want to hear about the diversity of the different states, because I think our last episode, we had a little difference of opinions on how diverse we are in this country. I don't want to hear about Applebee's. I know they're everywhere, but I want to know about like Mississippi Nights or the Oz or High Point, whatever that is in your area.
Your local.
Yeah, your local places where you see local live music.
Non-chain.
Yeah, that would be cool. You can email us at showmemk@gmail.com. That's Mike Kilo MK. Showmemk@gmail.com. If you have a bourbon suggestion that you would like us to try and rate, we'll do that. A topic you want us to discuss, research, we'll talk about that. If you want to be a guest on the show, let us know on any of those platforms. You're more than welcome to come over.
Sure thing.
You got anything else, Kevin?
Have a good night, Matt.
You too, buddy. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow where my old butt is going to have to recover from this rough night we had. That's sarcasm. I'm still getting up at 5 a.m. to do my thing. All right. See you next time, man.
Peace out.